Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back for another match day live, and it is Manchester United against Sheffield United. The team news is coming just about half an hour ago, and it was team news that all Manchester United fans, I'm sure, met with a huge sigh of relief and a little bit of happiness as well. We've got an 11 that we really like, we really fancy, apart from Bailly, who I would have started, and maybe, Bailly and Williams are the two that I would have started. Apart from that, I'm delighted with this 11. But that worries me. I remember over the years watching United, and since Fergie left, especially, and just always wanting to see a certain team, a certain midfield, whether it was Schneidlin and Herrera and Schweinsteiger or, those kind of things. And every time we got it, we didn't get what we wanted. And now we've got the midfield that most of us were asking for. Matic, Bruno, Pogba, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood in the front three. I'm starting to worry. But it's a fantastic lineup. That team news for you guys. David De Gea keeps his spot. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof and Shaw are the back four. They remain the back four as well. No changes to the back five for Manchester United. Then you're looking in the midfield. Matic, Pogba, Bruno. And then further afield, you have Mason Greenwood, who's coming for Daniel James. Anthony Martial keeps his spot through the middle. And of course, Marcus Rashford, who is back fit for Manchester United. He started the last game against Tottenham. And he started like a house on fire. He lost his way a little bit as the game went on. And you'd expect that because of the fact that, he's just back from a big injury. A back injury isn't one you're just going to shrug off easily. And then when you return, you're having to get back up to fitness and everything. And that's how everybody is in the team. But like Well Hello there says in the comments, and welcome to everybody that has joined us so far on AdamMcKola TV. There's no excuses now for Manchester United. There's a team there that's absolutely, brimming with confidence. They've got a good run of form under their belts. 12 games, we're unbeaten. 8 wins, 4 draws. If we draw today, or we didn't win, you start to think, it's unbeaten run, but we're dropping too much points. If you win, it's the perfect result. We need that result. Leicester dropping points. Obviously, we need to keep up with Chelsea. Chelsea have got a difficult run of fixtures. And this is one of our most difficult fixtures, you'd say, in the running. Obviously, we've got Leicester coming up at the end of the season, but it's a run of fixtures that you'd think are quite favourable to Manchester United. We're playing a lot of the teams that are at the bottom half of the table. So when you look at the running, you think if we can get a result here today, it's a big, big step towards, getting that victory. And there was a few, we were just having a debate in the Discord for AdamMcKola TV members. And we were having a chat about, the score and everything. And almost all of us feel, even though we're predicting 2-0, 3-0, 2-1, whatever, we're all just thinking, get those 3 points. Because the 3 points is what is the most important thing. It is what is the most important thing. So we need to get 3 points in this game, without a doubt. But I feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has put a team out there that is good enough to win. When you're looking at, David De Gea keeps his spot in the sticks. And even though he's made a number of mistakes this season, most notably against Tottenham, but, Watford, Crystal Palace, etc. He's made a few mistakes this season. And despite that, he's still kept a good amount of clean sheets. He's been making some world-class saves. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has kept backing him. So hopefully he can repay that faith that Ole's shown in him. Not have any errors today. Keep a clean sheet. But also be the David De Gea that we know and love. You don't want this to become a habit. I've still got faith in David De Gea. I'm not going to, turn my back on him now. There's obviously a big threat in terms of Dean Henderson on the horizon. But I feel like that would be too much too soon for Dean Henderson. He's in a great place right now. Obviously, he's not playing today. And Moore has come in for him for Sheffield United. And you're looking at that Sheffield United team. Moore, Baldock, Basham, Jagielka, Robinson, Stevens, Lundstrom, Norwood, Fleck, McGoldrick and Mousset. Now, McGoldrick and Mousset's a very good forward line for them. And it's a forward line that I'm thinking, it's not amazing. It's not world class. But it's better than, I think Billy Sharp would have been a lot more easier to handle. Now, he might come off the bench and score a goal. He's obviously an aerial threat. But there's pace and there's power in McGoldrick and Mousset. You know, McGoldrick doesn't score many goals, but he is a physical presence. And Mousset is a pacey player, and he gave us a little bit of trouble in the first game at Sheffield United. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. Now, yesterday we hit 100 members on the channel. Now, we set that target by the end of the month. We wanted to get 100 members on AdamMcKola TV. We've already done it, and we hit 102 today as well. Now, I want to thank everybody that has joined the channel. You know, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for getting involved. And Pratik Sinai Borka, Pratik, thank you for joining us. He's just joined in the comments just now in the live chat. We now have 103 members. I'm just getting the names. Vinesh Kurup and Martin Frank were the two before Pratik to join. So we're on 103 now. We wanted to get 100 by the end of the month. So thank you very much for getting involved. Thank you for your support on AdamMcKola TV. And thank you for joining the channel. And make sure when you're done here, unless you want to do it now, you know, before the game kicks off in 23 minutes time, go and check out those exclusive videos. There's 2 exclusive videos up, and there's another one coming up this month as well. And also you can join the Discord as well as another one of your benefits from being a member. But let's get stuck into this game. Let's look at the teams again. David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Marshall and Greenwood. Moore, Baldock, Basham, Jagielka comes in for the suspended Egan. Robinson, Stevens, Lundstrom, Norwood and Fleck. McGoldrick and Mousset. So they have made a few changes to their team. Have Sheffield United, but it's still a very, very good team for them in terms of a lot of their stronger players are out. Now, I'm not writing Sheffield United off. I'm really not going to start writing Sheffield United off because of the fact that they've had a bad run since they've come back, drawn a game and lost a game. They're still very much a threat, and they still want to win this game and get a result which will keep them in that hunt for European football. They're very much still in the hunt for European football. So we have to, you know, give them the respect for that. And we have to expect that there'll be some sort of reaction coming from them very, very soon. So let's, you know, wait and see what Sheffield United comes out to play. There is positives in terms of we're looking at, you know, them in bad form at the moment, but nevertheless, still a game where we can get 3 points if we play our cards right. Guys, thank you for joining us. Make sure you're hitting that like button, comment, share, subscribe, join, get your super chats in if you can as well. Make sure you are, of course. Now I see that it's slowing down a little bit, this stream. Now I don't know why that is, to be honest with you. But fingers crossed it resolves itself very soon. Let me just unplug that for a second. That might help it. Hopefully this isn't going to be an issue throughout the stream. I promise you it won't. We'll try and sort it out. Unless it's just my stream. Of course, it could be that. Stoic Savage is expecting a Martial hat-trick tonight. Love that, Stoic. Arjun, the stream should be back up and running, hopefully, at full speed. It's just, I'm not sure what's going on right now. But nevertheless, we'll get back up and running very soon. Like I said, get involved. Get hitting that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Arjun says it's good now. Good to hear. Good to hear. We are 20 minutes away from kickoff. I'm absolutely sweating right now. Absolutely sweating. It's a madness. It's so hot in England. Now, you guys at home, you might be living somewhere where it's hot every single day, and you're, Adam, what's going on with, you know, a little bit of heat in England, and you're going mad. But it's so hot right now. It's so hot right now. Ask the English guys and the UK guys or Irish guys. They're having a little bit of a heat wave as well. In the comments, they'll be telling you all about it. It is hot right now, and the heat here is not great. Do you know what I mean? It's not a great heat. I've got to say it's a sticky, horrible heat. But nevertheless, we're going to keep plugging away, and we're going to keep it coming here on AdamMcKola TV. It is baking, Dave, says Manaf Sandy. Hope that bud's nice and cold. It is. This one's you know, still cold at the moment. But hopefully it holds on, and I've got a few more in the fridge. The problem is the fridge is over there, so we got to wait till half time if we get through these, because I can't just go AWOL in the middle of a stream now, can I? No breeze in England when it's hot either. Pants off, heat wave, it really is. I'm sitting here in shorts. You don't want to see me stand up as well for those reasons. 19 minutes till kickoff. A 6 o'clock kickoff for us in England as well. Proper weird one. Like, we're not used to these 6 o'clock kickoffs, are we? You sometimes get them in Europe when we go to away to far places, but not very much do we get 6 o'clock kickoffs. How's it going? What's your prediction for today? I suppose it's a good time to give predictions now that we've seen the team. David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Marshall, Greenwood is the team for Manchester United. My prediction, I was saying 2-0 in the comments, in Discord. I was saying 2-0 in the members only Discord. But right now, I'm going to go for 3-0 United. The lineup has impressed me. I am feeling a little bit more confident that Manchester United might get this win. I really am. So I'm going for a 3-0. Let me know what you lot are thinking in those comments below. Let us know what your score predictions are. Regatale is going for a 2-0. Steve's going for a 3-0. Pratik's watching from Goa in India. I love Goa. Been there a few times. Dilesh is going 4-1. The Blur's going 3-0. Well, hello, there's 3-0 also. Pratik 3-1. Paul B, De Gea to score a pen. Nice to see Old Trafford again. It does look good as well, considering there's no fans in there. I like what they've done with the seating and the flags and the banners and things like that. Mikey Smith's going 2-1. Sticky hot weather, I've got that every single day, says Mamadou, all the way in Senegal. Shout out Mamadou, my brother. I hope you're doing well out there. Yeah, Senegal, it's probably a better place to be in the heat though. You know, some beautiful places down there. We're stuck in a place where it's full of buildings. It's smoky. It's all masked up, man. Obviously, there are beautiful places in England as well. To be fair, there are some great places, but I'm not in one of them right now. This ain't a place to be in the heat. What I used to love about it when we used to get these heat waves is, like me and a few of my mates would just jump in the car and go to a beach somewhere and just chill. You can't even do that right now. So, well, you probably can, but it's not something I want to be doing in the current climate at all. 2-1, says Mikey. Pratik says 3-1, as we said. Ilya thinks 2-0 with Bruno and Martial scoring. Ishtiak's gone for a confident 5-0 score. Jutaru 5-2, 2-1, says George. Ishtiak says Pogba 2, Bruno 3. 3-0 Ross. Rashid 2-0. Kieran 3-0. Mamadou 1-0 United. 4-0 FC return, says Don Pablo. Maka thinks it's going to be a 2-2. Trans, yeah, I'm not really that harsh on things like that, to be totally honest with you. Let's steamroll them. 4-0 prediction, says Mr. A. Khan. Rooney's gone for a 9-2. Have you been drinking the same thing Dean's been drinking recently? Dean said 6-3 for his prediction against Spurs. And remember, Dean and Joe, Jay, a few of the other lads that are regularly on fan cams will be available to see for you guys live on AdamMcKola TV. So tonight, as soon as the watch along finishes, we will of course have that. Once the watch along finishes, we'll have my reaction up, my review, which I'll record and I'll upload separately. And then after that, we'll have the live fan cams. Now, what time did I say the live fan cams were today? I don't want to give you the wrong time because I haven't set the stream up yet, and I've given time slots to people. So if I tell you the wrong time, I've just messed everything up for myself. 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The fan cams will be running for you guys. So make sure you're keeping it locked for all of that live content here on AdamMcKola TV. Plenty for you to get stuck into on a match day. Now, there were a few people that messaged me saying, yo, what's going on? Where's United Daily Live today? Well, on a match day, there's normally going to be no United Daily Live unless there's some actual breaking news that's going on and I need to cover it because these streams are 2-3 hours long. Then I got to do a live fan cams. Obviously, when I'm at a match, I've got to do fan cams outside the ground. But then I got to do the live fan cams. I've got to do my reaction. It's a lot of content in one day. And plus, YouTube is proper snide. If I go live 2-3 times in a day, they just don't send out the notifications anymore. So I'd rather give you 2 good videos in terms of match day live, fan cams live, and of course a review uploaded as well, rather than pump out 4 videos and no one gets to see the first one because you know, nothing comes from YouTube. I do keep in touch with producer Kish Druturu. I was speaking with him today, actually, messaging him. So yeah. Yes, Bosh, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. It's a shame Shaw instead of Williams and also no Bailly. We will have more of the ball and they will look to counter-attack. Bailly would be perfect for that, says Jason Gore. The comments were moving. Manny Sokol's back in the house saying, sup bro, shout out from Southern California. California, no sad party. California, no sad party. Is it lagging, guys? It is lagging, isn't it? In the city of Compton. Yeah, I think the encoding's overloading. Not sure what's going on, but it's because I keep plugging the charger, and for some reason my laptop's overheating today, and I need to stop doing that quite clearly. So just keep with me, and we'll be back very shortly. Apologies for that. Refresh the stream if needs be. Refresh the stream. So yeah, guys. Should be fine now. Should be fine. So, apologies about that. Apologies about that. We should be back up and running now. We should be back up and running. It's so hot, man. It might be my singing. It might be the singing, guys. I apologise. Am I back yet? Am I back? I don't know what's going on right now. Bear with me a moment. It should be fine. I don't get it. Everything's fine my end. The speed's fine. Everything's fine. I'm hoping it'll just fix itself. It's fixed for me. Woo! It's hot, man. Yeah, it's defo when I plug that charger in. The charger's like, nope. So it's definitely not the charger. Yo, I am so hot right now, man. It is absolutely roasting. Absolutely roasting. How do you get like the task manager on a fucking... I ain't even pressed nothing on a Mac. I hate Macs. I really do hate Macs. They are awful, awful things. So guys, thank you for tuning in to AdamMcKola TV. Apologies for those technical issues. It's all good again now, so make sure you're refreshing. And yeah, we'll be back up and running as soon as physically possible. The game is going ahead in 9 minutes. The game will kick off. Remember, after the game we have live fan cams, we have my reaction, we have loads of good stuff coming up, so make sure you're keeping it locked for that too. And yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this. Now I've got a fan somewhere, and I think if I bang that on the laptop, it might cool it down a little bit. Ilya is fine for you guys. Get your comments in. As I said, most of us are predicting a 2-0, 3-0 Man United win. Obviously, someone did predict a 2-2 draw, which is interesting. But yeah, man, 2-2, 2-0. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to work something out. I'm trying to think. I'm not good at thinking quite clearly. Yeah, that's true, Rashid. We have insulated houses, insulation all over the fucking gaff, isn't there? So it obviously keeps the heat in rather than keeps the heat out. MacBooks are mint, but this one isn't. It isn't. I've had it for about 6-7 years. New ones coming very soon because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it. Aman says, are you feeling confident? Manny Sokol, how you doing, bro? Juturu, am I feeling confident? I am, which worries me. It really does worry me. 8 minutes to go until kickoff. Not long to go right now. So obviously we'll keep at it. Jordan's going to have to dip out. Yeah, man, come back in at half time. We'll have a little bit of a chat at half time. I'm going to go and get beers and stuff, but we will have a little bit of a chat at half time. So make sure you're here for that. Make sure you're keeping it liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff as well here on AdamMcKola TV. And make sure you're just involved in it. Make sure you're involved because there's so much content daily, every single week. My video is not lagging no more, Pranav. Make sure you refresh the stream. Refresh. I'm going to tell you on here. Send. So refresh it. The champ says 4-1 Martial gets a brace. Let's go. It's almost time. We are 7 minutes away from kickoff. Greenwood's a top baller, says Owen. Logan Gray says 4-0. I believe this is one of the games that is free to air as well. So if it's free to air, and that means everyone should be tuned in, especially if you're in the UK. Let us know what you're doing, what you're drinking. I'm drinking Budweiser, but I'll have a Budweiser or a Heineken. They're all the same to me, to be totally honest with you. You know, I prefer nice whiskies. But yeah, man. Arjun says, hope the heat doesn't play too big a part of the game. This is a watch along, mate. This is a watch along. We will be here as long as I am able to be here with my laptop acting up as it is acting up today every time I stick the bloody charger in. I'm being tortured by my TV network as they are constantly putting up an advert with sad music and how Liverpool waited 30 years for a title. God damn it. Come on, De Gea. Bounce back, says Sam Wangerman. I think he'll bounce back as well. And I think he'll do well today. I'm going for a clean sheet for David De Gea. Fingers crossed we're right. Anyone else apply to have your face in the crowd, says Regatali. I didn't. But did you guys? Let us know at home. I wonder who's in my seat today. Jordan's on the captain's. Captain Morgan's and Coke. Regatali's on the Rosie's Pig Rhubarb Cider. I like a bit of fruity cider at times. Although all cider's fruity, I guess. But I mean, apple cider I'm not a huge fan of. But when it, you know, all the other ones I don't mind. A recorder lig or something like that. Be back with you at half time. Gonna charge the phone. Can you charge this laptop for me while you're at it as well, please, mate? If we keep lagging, the only thing that works is the audio. It'll be a radio show for the second half, I'm sure. Strawberry and Lime Copperberg for the champ. Pick TV channel 159 United are live now, says Scotty Kent. Mike Scotty 6-0 Bruno Screamer. No defence, no goalkeeper. Time to put the foot down and make a mark. The players are in the tunnel, led by former Sheffield United player Harry Maguire. Manchester United are heading out to the field first. I believe the teams no longer wait around in the tunnels together or anything like that. They now head out separately. So the teams have gone on. Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Martial, Rashford, the last 4 to enter the pitch. That's a great 4, isn't it? To enter the pitch. And that's our front 4 tonight, with the addition of Mason Greenwood too, who gets the start for the Reds in place of Daniel James. Manchester United's lineup: David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Martial and Greenwood in the team for Manchester United today. Moore, Baldock, Basham, Jagielka, Robinson, Ender, Stevens, Lundstrom, Craig Norwood, Oliver Norwood. He's not in the know. He's the midfielder. He was former Manchester United player. Fleck, McGoldrick, and of course Muset as well. Manny's on the Monster Energy drink. Don't have too many of them because your heart's going to go mental. San Franciscaner. Oh, Sam is Stoics drinking a Franciscaner. Never had one of them. Let's get Dean Henderson, says GM. Thatcher's Hayes cider drinker because I'm from the countryside, says Jason, who's on the old cider today. Henderson has far better stats than De Gea this season. I think I agreed with Gary Neville today when he was saying that, you know, playing for Manchester United is a different story. Being in between the sticks at Manchester United is a different story. And, you know, these players have got to learn that, and sometimes learn that the hard way. And it would be a different prospect for Dean Henderson. See you at halftime, George. Good to see you in the chat as always. Guys, if you're heading off now for the first half, feel free to pop back at halftime. Apart from the minute or two when I go to get a beer and maybe pop to the loo, because beers go through me like water through a sieve. So, you know, apart from that few minutes where I pop out, you'll be able to get some halftime action in. If, of course, you're staying with us for the game because you're dual screening it, you got the game on one screen and you've got me on the other, then welcome to the show. I'll be here with you giving my reactions to everything as it happens, and of course we'll have fan cams and my review up after the game. Logan says, is top 4 gone? I feel like we have to win today to help us with that chase, but I don't think it's gone as it stands right now. The players are in the middle of the pitch in a circle at the moment, and Tony Dunn's name is beamed around the stadium. Obviously passed away not long ago. His funeral was the other day as well. Rest in peace, Tony Dunn, Manchester United legend. You know, thoughts are with his family and friends at this time. Obviously a sad time for all of them. This is a must win, says Regaton, and I agree with you. If we can win today as well, the rest of our games are a lot easier in contrast. I don't want to count our chickens, but we should be getting a fair few decent results. So the minute silence is now up at Old Trafford as we see some of the fans and Tony Dunn's new Stretford End flags banner. I don't think it's in the Stretford End, but it is up today. Great banner as well. The quiet man, Tony Dunn, a remarkable figure for Manchester United. Won it all. Won the European Cup for United. Big part of that. And may rest in peace. The ball's in the middle of the pitch. We are ready to go, almost here at Old Trafford. As the players take a knee yet again. And we're off. Come on, boys! Really need a win today, guys. We really do need a win. As we've got the ball in defence at the moment. Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford with a quick 1-2. But Sheffield United do win the ball back. And they try and break down the right-hand side with Muset, who cuts in between Pogba and Shaw, but doesn't get it past Victor Lindelof, whose clearance goes straight to Fleck, I believe. I don't know all of their players by number. Lundström 7. Offside flags up. Sheffield United, free kick for Manchester United in our defensive area. Thank you to everyone for joining us here on the live match day watch along. Thank you for joining us here on AdamMcKola TV. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing, and joining like 100 plus others have. We set the target of 100 by the end of the month. We've already hit that, but you can help us reach our next target, which hasn't been set yet already, by hitting that join button. Get hitting that join button. Get liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and of course get your thoughts in as the game progresses here on AdamMcKola TV. 0-0 at the moment. Sheffield United have had a lot of the early possession, and they continue to play with the ball here in the defensive area, bringing it out wide, and continuing to bring it out wide. I thought it was going to be another flag, but it wasn't. Matic is deep in the fullback position at the moment, covering in between Luke Shaw and the centre half. Luke Shaw fell asleep. Sheffield United got the cross in, and Luke Shaw clears after Victor Lindelof had got to the ball first. A few good clearances by Victor Lindelof already. United break the ball down. Pogba to Bruno. To Matic, who's found Mason Greenwood's breaking in here. Go on, Mace. Skin him. Shoot! I should have shot earlier. Did the step over. Sold him once, twice. Brought him inside. And then, when it looked like he was going to shoot, he tried to cut back just once more. And unfortunately the chance went and he got blocked. Victor Lindelof again coming across, looking good today. He must have heard that there was some people criticising him after the game against Tottenham, including me. The game won't be 35 seconds ahead. I think it's just I'm watching the game and then I'm recording a watch along. So you've not only got the delay of the TV, but then you've got the delay of the internet bringing you my watch along. So that's where it will be. The delay will come from. Wan-Bissaka won the ball, but couldn't find a United player there with his tackle, unfortunately. Sheffield United again looking quietly confident in possession, keeping a lot of the ball, and of course breaking on United here. And they've got McGoldrick now wide in the left area. Aaron Wan-Bissaka squares up with him. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a cross, but he got cleared by, I think it was Victor Lindelof again. He's playing well at the moment. Go on, Mace. Corner United, though. Martial's won a corner for United. Tried to get his pass away. Defender blocked it, cleared it. And the ball's gone. No worries, Argent. Easy mistake to make. Now remember, if you're tuning in expecting this to be the game, you're massively wrong. It's just my ugly mug watching the game. It seems the kids love these things these days. So tune in, like, comment, share, subscribe. Get the game up in front of you. Have this on your tablet or something like I do here, because I need to keep a track of your comments. And then get on it. It's 0-0, 4 minutes and 44 seconds gone. Bruno Fernandes taking a free kick. Glenn's just joined us in the comments. How you doing, Glenn? Ooh, Maguire nearly got his head to the ball. But Sheffield have cleared it. 5 minutes gone. United all in Sheffield's half. Pogba picks up the ball very, very deep. Gives it to Matic. Turns. Brings the ball forward. Beats Lundström. Gives it to Bruno. Flicks it around for Mason. But his pass isn't good enough. And Mason can't get on the ball and turn it into anything. But the ball's gone back to David De Gea again. Sheffield United are completely camped in their own half at the minute. Apart from McGoldrick and Muse, who stand on the halfway line. Matic is almost in a left fullback position. And Luke Shaw is just ahead of him. It's almost like he's slotting in there. And we've seen him there a number of times now. And maybe when we're in possession, that's something that Matic is going to do. He's just going to sit there next to Maguire, allow Lindelof to push across, and allow Wan-Bissaka and Shaw to push forward. Because Wan-Bissaka at the moment, with the fullback, bringing him back up, and as is Luke Shaw, very high, quite central on the pitch as Martial gets the ball, but his first touch isn't quite as tight enough, and Jagielka clears the ball for a throw-in, which Wan-Bissaka will take. So that's maybe what United are doing. You see Sheffield United, they use a back five system, but obviously 3 centre-halves. Rashford! Yes! Fucking come on! Rashford smashed it across the goal. The throw-ins come in. Rashford smashed it across the goal. Anthony Martial gets his name on the score sheet. 1-0 to Manchester United. And what a start for the Reds. After Sheffield United had most of the ball. Sheffield United were dominating possession. Dominating the ball. They give it in. The throw-in came from, I think it was Wan-Bissaka. Rashford won the ball then. Smashed it across. Martial gets his foot to it first. It's a poacher's goal there. He followed the ball all the way in. He made it difficult for Norwood to clear the ball. Rashford won it. Spreads it across. Martial's there to tuck it in. Assist from Marcus Rashford. 1-0 Manchester United. 7 minutes gone on the clock. What a start for the Reds. What a start for Marcus Rashford. Anthony Martial. 1-0 Manchester United. And so far that confidence that we had is looking good. Although Sheffield United have just won a free kick in Manchester United's half, about 40 yards out from goal. It is 1-0 and it is Martial with the goal. A lot of people were saying maybe he shouldn't start today. Maybe Igalo should get the start after a quiet game from him against... Oh, Paul Pogba, what have you just done to him? Please, man, he has a family and stuff. He's giving it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes can't get it out wide and United lose the ball. But Paul Pogba's making a mockery of what is in that midfield of Sheffield United. United now can hopefully settle because, let's be honest, and Bruno's won the ball in the final third. Let's be honest, Sheffield United, although it was very early, the first 3, 4, 5 minutes, it's not really a pattern of play yet, but they had a lot of the early possession, winning free kicks in and around the box. Great pass by Matic. Great pass by Rashford. Oh, great run by Martial, but there seemed like there was a deflection on the ball through from Marcus Rashford. He was in a number 10 position, knocked it through. There seemed to be a little spin or deflection, I'm not sure. And Martial just couldn't get on it. He bent his run, but couldn't bend it enough. 1-0 to Manchester United. So yeah, let us know what you lot are thinking. 8 minutes and 37 seconds into the game with Manchester United leading 1-0 right now. Martial's got a big smile on his face. Bruno's passing him on a message, probably telling him, well done, son. Make sure you go out there and get another one. Anthony says he's missing Old Trafford, so he's just going to be in the comments posting songs, and I don't think anyone is bothered about that. Regatar says, I've just screamed the house down, and I heard my brother screaming somewhere in the house as well. I always ask him to get on these kind of things. I think my brother's better than me in terms of how funny he is and things like that. I don't consider myself funny at all. My brother is, but he doesn't jump on these kind of things. I'd love him to be on this. It'd probably put me out of a career though, to be fair, so probably not. But I can hear him somewhere screaming his head off, which is good. Bruno. Oh, Rashford. Rashford was that? Oh, sorry, that was Bruno. He looked like a 10 and not a number 18 on the back of his shirt. I haven't paid for the Sky Sports HD channels. Played Mace. Mace looks good, he looks lively, which is what you want to see from him. Oh! Rashford made someone. How you doing, Simon? How you doing, Si? I was literally talking to Simon Khan and Simon Crazy commented, how you doing, brother? You good? Aman's in the house as well from the 0161. How you doing, man? You good? Just gonna crack open another beer. We're on 65% on the battery life, so at some point I'm gonna have to risk putting this charger in. I'll probably do it at half time when I go and get a drink and stuff. So, you know, we'll probably see the stream lag for a bit, but as soon as the charger comes out, we'll be we'll be all right. I bought a new charger. I opened up my Mac the other day with a YouTube video on and cleaned it out. It was quite messy under there, and still it's overheating. So I'm hoping it underheats soon. All I've got open on there is OBS. What a load of bullshit. Shane, we'll have some news coming up very, very soon. At the moment, I can't say much because I don't know what's going on. But we'll know very, very soon. Obviously, it's quite obvious I've not been on the channel for about 2-3 months. I don't think my time's done. I don't want my time to be done. But we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens very soon as Sheffield break into the box. Maguire with a very good block. I think it might have been Fleck. Oh! Rashford's put through Martial. Martial through in a goal. Can he get... Oh no! Martial's run... Rashford's picked it. How's Rashford missed that? Sticking the charger in makes it go slower. Rashford should have scored there. That is a big miss. Now, the only way I can excuse him that was he probably thought Martial was going to shoot, not cut it back. He's taking his eye off it a little bit. But we should have scored. The goal was gaping. The goal was gaping. The goal was wide open. And Marcus Rashford has stuck it wide. I genuinely don't know how he's done that. A massive miss. A massive miss. It's still 1-0 to Manchester United. I get why Rashford missed it, but he shouldn't be missing it. He should be taking it. He's looked lively. You wouldn't expect him to put that wide. So I wouldn't be surprised if he puts his next chance away. The chance went from Martial a bit. I think his touch was a little bit heavy. And you could maybe, you know, he probably weren't even thinking about passing until his touch was too heavy. But he's seen Rashford next to him and he's give it to him. And it's gone into Rashford's path. He has to tuck that away. But Martial maybe could have shot if his touch was better as well. Nevertheless, we are 1-0 up. Martial's got the goal, but it should be 2-0. And either Martial or Rashford should have scored. Rashford definitely should have scored. Martial, if his touch is better, I think he does score. But the team's looking good at the moment. We're creating chances. That was a very good move created, but we've just given the ball away here. 13 minutes, 52 seconds into the game. You know, McGoldrick's got the ball, taking it forward. Norwood breaks it out wide. Baldock's on the ball now. Ramesa, how you doing? Yeah, I think it's just YouTube. So there's like a delay with YouTube. So I'm going to watch along in OBS. Because you got to remember, I'm watching the game. Then I'm streaming it through the internet. And there's an added delay on that. So there'll always be a little bit of a delay. Apologies for that. But obviously, make sure you're keeping it. Like, you might be able to sync it at some point. Rashford should have scored that. I don't know if the defender's got a touch. If he's put him off. I don't know how he's missed it. He's kind of placed it, but he should have just hit it straight. Toe poked it. You've got to toe poke that. Toe poke it in the fucking net. Oh. Still 1-0. Drop my phone. 15 minutes, 12 seconds gone in the game. Let's see what happens. Ryan says, I've slagged Matic off big style, but he actually looks good today. Yeah, he does look good today, doesn't he? He does. And he's just dropping in alongside the defence. Like, sensible shit. Harry Maguire's walking with a limp at the moment, which isn't good. If anyone starts typing goal, I'm going to kill everybody. Oh! It feels like... Nah, it doesn't really. But remember when Dave first arrived and whenever the ball used to go to him, he'd get scared. Maguire just passed him a ball and I kind of like... My bum all went like that a little bit. But it was alright. Go on, Shaw. Ball! Foul! Foul! That was a ball by Marcus. He's got his head up. Picked out a nice pass. Finally, Luke Shaw's running. Now, I respect what Ollie's doing at the moment. Because on paper, our team looks like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. But in actuality, because Matic is dropping, he's creating a free at the back. Maguire and... Sorry, Wan-Bissaka and Shaw are going. Sometimes Shaw's in the middle of the pitch. He's creating opportunities if like Bruno or Pogba get on the ball or Rashford drops deep like we saw there to just pick out a pass in behind that space. And we've done that well so far. It's where the chance came for Martial and Rashford. And obviously this free kick's just come from Bruno's taking it. 17 minutes gone. He's taken a shot. I think that was a shot. Martial had run across the front post. It went straight through to the keeper. It was one that he should have saved. And he has saved and it's gone for a corner. Was that a shot? It was a shot. It wasn't a cross. No one's getting on that. He only had eyes for the shot. It was a good effort, to be fair. That's what happens when you go beyond, Luke. Finally. Ball. Free kick to Sheffield. Corners come to nothing. 17 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Here at Old Trafford. Feels weird to say that. It's been a while since we've said that. But we are here at Old Trafford. Cheers to the mods for holding it down in the comments as well. Oh, touches. Pogba's been quiet so far, but he's been doing things very simply. And I think he realises, look, Bruno's further field than me. Bruno, you don't always have to shoot, bro. You've won the war back. Well done. But you don't always have to shoot. I missed that chance, sorry. I was looking in the comments again. You was like distracting me. And also, I've got a little bit nervous because I've put the charger in. Bro. And I can already see it. I can already see what it's doing to the stream. It's horrible. It's horrible. Rashford's not quite at the races today. I'm so hot, man. Sweating like a... Maguire! Fuck off! Check that! Check that! Check that! That is soft as... It's soft, but it's probably a foul. If you can still hear me, which I'm hoping you can, probably can't. It's understandable because things are all going tits up, but we're going to get there in the end. VAR didn't save us. I'm sweating, man. I'm just so happy. Ooh, I'm just so happy. United are winning. So what we're doing well at the minute is we're sending everyone forward quite well. We're dragging Sheffield United's players into positions that they don't want to be. Paul Pogba's sitting deep, picking out passes like the one he's nearly just done there for Anthony Martial. And it's looking like a very strong team. Apologies for being a bellend and trying to pretend if I didn't look at my laptop, it wouldn't realise. Oh man, can you see the beads of sweat on my head yet? I'm therefore plugging a charger in a bit. Played Martial. Go on, Aaron. Oh. Go on, Aaron. Go on, Bruno. Have a crack. Played. Oh. Unlucky. Foul by Rashford, but that pass by Bruno, just flicking it round the corner, was nice. United look good. Apologies for burping. You know what I was thinking about earlier? This time last year, we was getting ready for Australia and Singapore. And we should be doing similar again. I imagine United probably would have done Australia, Singapore, China, India, or so. I don't know, something like that. I'm just so sad that we can't be out on pre-season tour right now. Even though it's great to have football back, obviously. But we are in a drinks break. 24 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Let us know what you're making of this game so far. Martial scoring on 7 minutes. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a throw-in. Martial went and challenged Norwood. Norwood missed the ball. Rashford gets it, whips it across, and Martial tucks it in. Shows a little bit of a delight in scoring as well. It's a real poacher's goal, and his manager would be happy with that because he was in a difficult area. He stuck his leg in where, you know, he would have got hurt, and he got the goal. It's a great goal. Great goal for him, and those are the kind of goals we want to see more of him from because, you know, I've often said, like, if the ball isn't perfect and that ball isn't perfect, sometimes the chance doesn't come for Anthony Martial. You got to make a bad pass a good pass sometimes. Now, I'm not saying that was a bad pass because it wasn't. It was into the exact right area, but it's great to see him flinging his legs in, trying to get in that area, 6-yard box and poking them home. 1-0 for United. 25 minutes gone. We've just had a drinks break. Marcus Rashford could have made it 2-3-0. Didn't. Needs to take his chances. Fingers crossed. We'll start doing that in the next 20 odd minutes. Let us know what you lot are thinking in those comments below. I've obviously got the tablet out, so we can obviously keep that going. We've got about 19 minutes left on the clock as we speak. Maguire goes up for the ball. Bruno wins it in midfield and gives it to Rashford, who leaves it for Shaw. Steve-O says we're looking good. Some good link-ups. Agreed. Rashford is rusty, says Aman, and I hear that as well. He is. You're going to be in it. Any player's going to be, especially if you're back. Pogba don't look it, but Pogba's getting to just sit there, get the ball, ping, a lovely pass. He pinged a great pass to Rashford, should have scored on the volley, messed that up. But he's playing well in terms of his distribution. He's just given another good pass there. Bruno's got it out of his feet well, giving it to Pogba. And this is a very good United side that's out there. You just feel positive about it, but we need to get another goal. Oh! Unlucky. Rashford's giving it to Martial. Martial is just in the 18-yard box, in the 18-yard line. Gets the ball, makes the player in front of him, nearly gives it back to Rashford, who was continued his run. Unlucky. The keeper smothered it, kept it in. And it's, of course, still 1-0 to Man United with 28 minutes on the clock. Steve-O says he's loving the forward pass every time. Martial's being too generous, Anshesh says. Could say that. Sheffield have got a little bit of the ball at the moment. We've got Baldock free on the right hand side of the box. Whips the ball to the back post. No one. Yep, someone's there. But Greenwood's won the ball. He's done really well there. Well done, Mason Greenwood. Defensively doing the work as well. And keeping it simple. Giving the ball to Lindelof, who gives it to De Gea, who gives it to Luke Shaw. And United keep the ball going. I'm loving this team, says Stoic. And Aman says we need to score now. I do feel like we need another goal. Sheffield United are always in it at 1-0. Mahadevan says, hey, Mason. Thank you to everyone that has been joining us here on AdamMcKola TV. Make sure. Oh, as Mason went to look for the Bruno Fernandes run. He was trying to get in behind the defence, but Mason's pass was clipped out. Good game by United so far. Let's have a look at the scores elsewhere. A little bit of the old flash scores on the go. As K Church says, come on, Rashi. 0-0 everywhere else. Wolves, Bournemouth, Norwich, Everton, Newcastle and Aston Villa. 0-0 everywhere else. Man United is 1-0 though to the Reds. Lundstrom with a good pass across the box. Anderson's watching from Jinja in Uganda. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. People watching from all around the world. I absolutely love it. Thank you for getting involved. Appreciate all of your support. Rithan says Mason looks good, man. Sheffield have a shot, but it's 2 points or 3 points to Wigan or whatever it is. That's the difference between Greenwood and James. James gets back, but Mason hasn't got the strength like... Sorry, but James hasn't got the strength like Mason. Hear you, bruv. We hear you. But I think Ollie's caught in that situation of I've got to be careful and patient with Mason Greenwood. We can't expect too much too soon. All the time, do you know what I mean? But every time he plays, he looks like he's ready, so... Martial's got the ball in the box, squares up the defender, squares up. Second man came back to help the centre half, Jagielka. Martial, soft foul, but it's in a, you don't mind your striker doing them ones, as long as he doesn't get booked, and he hasn't been booked. So a free kick for Sheffield United deep in their own half as we approach. Well, we're in the 31st minute. 7 seconds. Aman thinks we're going to catch them on the break. Man U smashing full strength squad and still leaky, says on board 222. It's very early in the restart to the season, isn't it? We can't really judge everything just yet. Matic wins the ball in the midfield from Lundstrom. Finds Bruno. Great touch by Bruno, but he gives the ball straight back to Sheffield United, which is disappointing. It was a poor pass. He was looking for Martial or Rashford, I'm not sure. But it was a poor pass there by Bruno. That's what's going to happen though when you're always trying those things. And Diana's watching from Nigeria. How you doing, mate? Am I worried that Pogba might run his contract down? I'm not at all, mate. Played Lindelof again, He's been getting stuck in today. We're not playing the greatest forward line, but he's been getting stuck in winning his battles, winning his aerial duels. Been happy with Lindelof today. Sage says who scored? Anthony Martial scored, but Sheffield have got the ball on the edge of the box here. They've worked it through into the box. Muse. Oh, he just can't get his feet. Well done, Shaw. Clears it. But he's cleared it to a Sheffield United shirt. Blocked by Lindelof. Corner for Sheffield United, who are showing some fight. They're coming back into it. Ancha says Matic is neat. If he was 2-3 years younger, we wouldn't have the debate for a new CDM. And I think that's very true. He's come into his own recently. How you doing, Stella? Watching from Nigeria. I hope you're doing well. Another one. Loads of people from different places today. Thank you for all getting involved. If I miss your comments, I do apologise. And of course, I appreciate everyone for getting involved, man. 1-0 United at the moment. Martial's goal. 33 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. That Sheffield United corner has come to nothing. It's a United goal kick. Daniel thinks we're looking a bit shaky now and we need to step it up. Could be the heat. The players might be needing half time. There's a lot of heat out there today at the moment. We don't deal with heat very well, do we? Sheffield haven't crumbled after that though, and some may think they would have crumbled after, 10 men against Newcastle, losing 3-0. They haven't. They conceded. Yes, Rashford could have had one or two more. It probably should be already 2-0 United, but they haven't done too badly. Ramesa says, need to score soon. Sheffield United are gaining confidence. You can see that in the way they're playing. Hopefully we can hit them on the counter attack. 35 minutes in. Anuj is watching from Nepal. Hope you're doing well. Lindelof have been getting abused because of the other guy's mistakes. Feel sorry for him, says Blur. And Ella's another one watching from Nigeria. We got a fair few watching from Nigeria today. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're keeping it liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing as well. Rashford to... That's a poor pass, Rash. His passing's actually been decent today. It's been his finishing that's let him down. But he's just given the ball down there. Bruno was down. He's alright though. Ed Will, how you doing? Come on, Chef. Get the ball off him. Come on. Played. Mason's won the ball, but is it a corner? Fuck off. Ryan says, what's up? Just been listening to your commentary. Just got home. Turned the game on. Old Trafford looks solid. It does look like one of the better teams' grounds, doesn't it? In terms of the way they've decorated it and everything. I like what they've done with Old Trafford. Big fan of it. Well done to United for the work they've done on that. Alan's watching from Malaysia. Corner for Sheffield. 37 minutes on the clock. He's gone out for a goal kick again. United goal kick. That'll do. Swap you Rashford for Obama. Are you mad, bro? Is it crack you smoke? Come on! Muse's gone down and we've stopped. Like, why have you stopped the game, ref? It's up to the players. He's not holding his head. Let us play on, do you know what I mean? Yes, Oliver, how you doing, mate? Optus Stadium was mad, wasn't it, when we beat Leeds? I remember meeting loads of different people. Nice to have met you. Hope you're doing well. You still out there, in? Oh, you live in Sydney, innit? Not Perth. Muse is injured. But we shouldn't have, that game shouldn't have got stopped. "39 minutes on the clock. Muse is putting his boots back on. Can you get Rona in your eyes? Why has the physio got goggles on? Can you get Rona in the eye? Simon's not happy that we've slowed down a little bit. I imagine the heat's taking an impact on the players, and of course you've got, you know, they're not going to be fully match fit just yet. Arjun wants to see us up our tempo and get more off the ball movement in. Lots of players getting freak injuries since the restart. Edwell thinks the heat's affecting the game at the moment. And Pogba's got the ball at his feet as we restart the game. 40 minutes on the clock. Luke Shaw got caught by Muse, who was running back on the field. That's a bit of a weird one. Played Bruno. Ah, Bruno. That move by Bruno and Martial there was classic. It didn't really come to anything. We've still got the ball though. We did have until Pogba lost it, and then he's fouled the Sheffield United midfielder trying to recover the ball. It's a poor touch by poor Pogba. You give away them free kicks, so it don't matter. Oh, you can catch it in the eye. Thank you to Steve, Ramesa, Sam, Miguel for telling me you can. I'll get some goggles then. All that and Musa is still on. I hate that shit, man. They must have greased up the surface because Martial just fell on his arse. Sheffield United got the ball in the right wing position. Lundstrom's on the ball. Tries to find a run. But Lindelof's there again and again. Backheaders it to David De Gea, who's got the ball. Lindelof's played very well today. Ooh, give me a link to see the match. I haven't got a link to see the match, but if you're in the UK or you have Sky Sports, it's free on Sky Sports. Played Martial, running from the halfway line, picking the ball up, releasing it out wide for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Can he get the return ball? Aaron, man, what kind of shit pass is that, bro? Simple pass. Go on, whip. Cool whip. Cool whip. Whip. Pogba. Pogba's free. Pogba. Ball. Oh, Greenwood was nearly in. That's the position you want Pogba to pick the ball in, just on the edge of the area. Whipped it round. Fortunately, Mason couldn't get it to it. Luke Shaw's won the ball again for United, and we've still kept position. Matic is breaking into the left wing position. He's pulled it back for Bruno on the edge of the box. He's, of course, going to have a shot. Well, we lined it up twice, didn't take it. Pogba, Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's tried to go outside. Martial! Yes! 2-0. Wan-Bissaka with the assist. And Anthony Martial, he's on a hat-trick now. 2 goals for him today. 2-0 Manchester United. Just scoring as the game kicked off on the 7 minutes. And now 2 minutes to go to half-time. Anthony Martial, picked out by Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. It beat the defender, whipped it. Martial, easy finish in the middle of the 6-yard box. Boom! 2-0 Manchester United. 2 goals for Anthony Martial. And we're going in at half-time a little bit more comfortable. And that was the goal that we needed. I told you, don't write off Anthony Martial. Do not write him off. It's stupid. A lot of people did. He's just scored again for Manchester United. And it is now 2-0. 44 minutes on the clock as we speak. And yeah, man. Absolutely delighted with that. Couldn't have had it any other way. Martial scoring 2 goals for Manchester United. And we lead at half time. How many goals is that for him now this season? Is he on 18, is he? 18 for the season now. In 36 games. 1-2 record. That's his 13 goals in the Premier League. Now in 25 games as well. He's looking good, is Anthony Martial, at the moment. And his goal ratio is benefiting from it as well. 18 goals up for the season. He's one behind Marcus Rashford, who's sitting on 19 goals for the season. And if they can both get 20 plus, it'd be a great return, wouldn't it? And you'd expect them to. They need 3 goals now between them. So their target has to be 25. Matic breaking deep, 44 minutes on the clock. Poor touch by Martial in the middle of the field. Sheffield did win it back, but the clearance has gone to Luke Shaw, who's mopped it up and given it back to Harry Maguire, who breaks and finds Paul Pogba on the halfway line for Manchester United. A very, very good first half so far. Sheffield have had their moments, but Manchester United have come into their own when they've had to, just before half-time. Just as the game kicked off and just before half-time, getting that crucial goal. Eamon says Martial's looked very sharp in the last 2 games. He's on a hat-trick. Simon Vape says he's looking clinical. And everyone's buzzing in the comments with that goal. I can see you're all celebrating that right there. We are on for my prediction right now. 3 of you said 3-0. So we could be getting that as well if we can keep a clean sheet and get another goal. 3 minutes have been added on. We're already a minute into that 3 minutes. I'm going to be heading off at half time for a couple of minutes while we plug the charger in, and of course I have a little bit of a lavatory break and go and get a drink because this second one's nearly done. Come on, boys. I hope Martial gets a hat-trick today. Go on. Go on, Pogba. Ball. Played. Martial. Oh, Bruno. Go on, make it free. Oh, he's beat him. It's too many men back. Many men. Mason! Shit shot. It's on target, just no power in it. No power in it at all. Would it really be the first Premier League hat-trick since Van Persie if we got one today? Okay, now. Because I know Zlatan got one, didn't he, for us? Lindelof's done very well today. I think Martial's obviously been a standout performer for Manchester United, but I think Lindelof's done well. Am I too optimistic to say 4-0? Ramesh thinks 4-0 FC is returning right now. Steve is happy with the sexy football. We're all happy with that sexy football right now, aren't we? We're looking good in spells. Sheffield have had their time. Max agrees with Ramesh, saying 4-0. Mamadou says, my prediction is gone now, but this is for the good. And Regatali agrees, no one minds when your prediction's wrong and United win and get more goals, do they? Or keep a clean sheet in the process. The free kick's coming, a dangerous one. Luke Shaw's cleared it, I think. Is it a corner? It is a corner. Whether they're going to have enough time to take it, as it's 48 minutes on the clock. It'd be good if United could keep a clean sheet going into the break though. And you don't want anything stupid happening before half time. So here we are, 48 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock. Sheffield United with a free kick. Come on. Well done. Cleared by Matic. Cleared by Greenwood. Cleared by the defender, who I think was Luke Shaw. And that is half time. Manchester United 2. Sheffield United 0. I'm just going to get some more beer. And of course I'll be back very, very soon. A little bit of a loo break. I'll give you. Should we meet back here in about 5-10 minutes? See you in a bit. Yes, guys, what's going on? Hope you guys are all well. I don't know what I've done to my camera here, but we'll sort that out. We'll sort me out. Was I back over here? Where was I? I'm all lost right now. I'm hoping the stream's still going well. The laptop is still plugged in, so, you know, if I'm lagging, let me know. I'll take it out. And we'll see how long we've got left, because we've got about 38 minutes left on that. So fingers crossed we can get through and survive all of this. But let us know what you lot are saying right now here on AdamMcKola TV about Manchester United. We are 2-0 up half time against Sheffield United, and fingers crossed we can keep the good performance coming in the second half. I've got another nice cold beer, and I really do need this because whew, it's so hot right now. It's so hot. It is so hot. I need aircon. How are we doing for stream? Are we running all right? Am I sounding good? Am I looking good? Let me know what you're saying. Second half hasn't got underway yet, so I can just chat shit for a bit. But I can see my stream here without sound, and it looks fine. So we might have got away with this. I've literally put a stoic baiting the man's out in the comments. Oh, so hot. So hot. While we're waiting for the game to get underway, let's do an on this day. What date is it? What date is it today? It is 24th of June. It's 24th of June. 24th of June. On this day in 1998, Fabian Barthez joined Manchester United. Sorry. Thursday, 24th of June 1998. Fabian Barthez, who joins United in 2000, helps France kick off their bid for World Cup glory in their home tournament. The host nation managed a 2-1 victory over Denmark with Yuri Djorkaeff and Emmanuel Petit on target. In the Danish goal is the legendary United stopper Peter Schmeichel. So on this day in 98, Fabian Barthez and United's goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel went head to head in the World Cup. Let me know what you lot are thinking. We've got the fan on the MacBook. I heard that was a thing, so I've done it. Hopefully it works well. 2-0 United at the moment. Second half hasn't kicked off yet, so we'll just keep nattering away. But Fabian Barthez against Peter Schmeichel. 2-1 United. France 98. What a World Cup tournament that was. I loved it until the final. I was a big R9 guy. Obviously, I love Manchester United. Manchester United were my life. Like, I was one of those kids that just bored everyone to death talking about Manchester United. But R9 was someone that I really loved. Obviously, in England, we had access to Serie A football. So you got to see a lot of his talent and a lot of his games live sometimes, because we were getting it for free on Channel 4. So massive fan of R9, and that World Cup really did hurt my soul. This is making up for having to wait a bit for another Euros, says Regatal, and I totally agree with you as well. Obviously waiting for the Euros, it's not fun. I was wondering why I feel hot. I got these bastards on my feet. They're a bit of a mare, to be honest. Them North. We're back underway. 2-0. Oh, I got these on my feet. They're so hot. I don't know what I'm doing. Shorts on, slippers on. I'm on crack. 2-0 to Manchester United. Rob Hawthorne and Gary Neville commentated on Sky Sports. I don't know why I've just told you that. I felt like it was a stat that came up, and I'm just in autopilot at the minute. Let me have a sip of my beer. '94 World Cup was Blur's favourite. I was 5 then, so I can't remember that one. Too tough. United break down the line. Bruno Fernandes in the right wing position on the ball, gives it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, gives it back to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno gives it to Pogba. Pogba's fouled, free kick Manchester United, and we're about 30 yards out central, but to the right. United free kick. Now I'm hoping, because I've got this plugged in and charging and doing stuff, and it doesn't look to have affected the stream yet, we're going to get through this to the game end. Because I'm not going to lie, there was one point today where I thought this isn't going to pop. We're going to have to call this quits at some point. So we're underway in the second half. 2-0 to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes with the free kick coming up. He's clipped it to the back post. What's happened, bruv? So my prediction for United was a 2-0 win. Loads of you said 3-0. One more goal for that if we keep it the same. The other scores at the minute are 0-0, 0-0, 0-0 in between Norwich, Everton, Wolves, Bournemouth, and of course Newcastle, Villa. I expected Wolves to get an easy win, but they're obviously 0-0 at the moment. Everton will be looking for the points at Norwich. We play Norwich next in the FA Cup. United have got the ball in their own half at the minute. Matic has looked very, very good today as he just casually caressed the ball back. I love that word, caressed. Caressed the ball back to Victor Lindelof, who's played very well today. Has good old Victor. Inter Milan are funnily enough losing against Sassuolo, if you were interested in hearing. 2-0 Manchester United as the old Bill go past the house again. Like, I may have moved location in the house, but I'm assuming you can still hear the old Bill. So you've got better soundproofing in this room, but you haven't got away from the old Bill. They're still in here. Pyramid Scheme said 5-0. Adam, do you think we got lucky last game with that penalty close loss? I don't think we got lucky. I think Spurs got lucky. Where are Pogba and Bruno? Can't play together, crowd. You love to see it, says Pyramid. Again, Regatar wants another 2 goals. Arian just wants a clean sheet. Can you get hitting that like button? We've currently got more likes than we have watching nows, but I know some of you haven't liked the video, so get hitting that like button, get commenting, get sharing, get subscribing. 2-0 to Manchester United. We are 3.5 minutes into the second half. Sheffield United are on the ball, and Manchester United are trying to regain possession at the moment as Basham brings it high up the field, releases it wide. McGoldrick gets on the ball. Maguire was right behind him on his heels. Oh, Basham's still in a high position. Crossed the ball for McBurney, but then McBurney missed his header. And Wan-Bissaka had a recovery header right away there. So that was fantastic stuff by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Daniel asks, is Rashford starting on the right? He's not. But as you can imagine, he's moving a lot over the field, so he's not always in the same position. Sheffield United have a corner with 49 minutes and just about 30 seconds on the clock. Whipped in, Bruno clears from the front post. It's good to see him working out there. Sheffield have got the ball back, but Bruno again challenging. Nearly wins it back. Nearly gives away a free kick, but does win a throw-in for Manchester United. It wouldn't be AMTV without it sounding like the bill is on, says 94J Reedy. I could be out there getting involved with all the sirens, but I'm in here keeping away from it. So I suppose that's the advantage to all of that madness. United are currently 5th, 2 points behind Chelsea with a better goal difference by 3. And Chelsea have a game in hand. But that is against Manchester City. So if Chelsea were to lose against Man City, we'd be just 2 points behind them. And they've got a very tricky fixture list. And we're still not far behind Leicester City either. I didn't see that then, but I think it would be 5 points. Let me just make sure I'm not lying to you. The ball came in for Rashford. Corner kick to United. 50 minutes on the clock. as it stands, we're 6 points off Leicester with the same games played. Leicester do have Chelsea's in a cup. Everton away, Palace at home, Arsenal away, Bournemouth away, Sheffield United at home, Tottenham away, and United at home coming up in their fixtures. So they've got a tricky run in as well. If United can win this game today, as we currently are doing 2-0, and we've taken the corner and it's gone deep. It wasn't a great corner, to be honest. And we've tried to recycle possession. Wan-Bissaka's lost the ball, but McGoldrick can only head it out for a throw into United on the halfway line. 51 minutes and 20 odd seconds on the clock. As I said, United are 5th. Wolves are 2 points behind us, but they are currently drawing, so if they can get a win in that game, they'd go level on points with us. Chelsea 2 points ahead of us with that game to play in hand against Manchester City, and Leicester 6 points ahead of us on the same games played, and they do have a sufficiently better goal difference than any of the other teams. Leicester City's goal difference is of 30, Chelsea's is of 13, United's is of 16 at the moment, and Wolves is of 9. So Leicester have a fantastic goal difference in comparison to the rest of the teams that are chasing them. Rick says, seems like the stream isn't appearing on my subscriptions, had to go into the channel itself. Sorry to hear that, Rick. Unfortunately, I can't do anything for YouTube's algorithms, but thank you for joining us anyway. I do appreciate your support, and I appreciate everybody that's got involved with the channel. To the 100 plus that have joined the channel recently, thank you very much as well for joining. We are now on 103 members. We haven't set the next target yet, but we're on 103 members at the moment. Get hitting that join button if you can to join the channel. Thank you to everybody that already has joined. United with possession deep in Sheffield United's half. Venkatesh, I will be behind your match day stream simply because I am watching the game and then I'm streaming through OBS and YouTube, so there's going to be a slight delay in that. It's not going to be instant, so apologies for that, but it's something that I can't change. It's just the way technology is. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. It don't take you a lot to do, but of course it means a lot to me, so hit that subscribe button. And like I said, thank you to Pratik, Vinesh, Martin, that have all recently joined. Cannonballer, who was the 100th member on AdamMcKola TV, Salonas, Ramesa, Rebecca, Joey, Nelly, DG UK, who all recently joined AdamMcKola TV. Thank you very much to all of you. Wan-Bissaka now in the final third, getting into the Sheffield United box, trying to find a pass to Anthony Martial, but it's cut out. That was the 1-2 in the first half, just before half-time, which made it 2-0 to Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka and Rashford have got the assists today. Anthony Martial with both the goals. As it stands, Everton have just scored to go up front with former Manchester United player Michael Keane scoring for them with 56 minutes on the clock there. As I said, United are leading 2-0. Bruno with a I was about to say fantastic and magnificent, and they nearly said fagnificent. There's no such word. But he just played a fantastic pass with the outside of his foot wide to Luke Shaw. Paul Pogba's now got the ball on the edge of the box, gives it to Bruno, Mason Greenwood, who has a shot which is deflected. Pogba lost his footing. That may have been handball, but it comes to Bruno Fernandes, who's got the ball and flicks it through to Mason. Turns, shot, clips off Pogba's heels and goes wide. Was that going in if it didn't hit Pogba? Was it going in if it didn't hit Pogba? Turned, shot, hits Pogba's heel. I couldn't tell from that angle if it was going in, but it did definitely deflect off Paul Pogba and went wide here. I don't want to be disrespectful here because Sheffield United are still very much in the game, but it just feels too easy. It feels way too easy. Lukaku's just scored for Inter Milan. That's 1-1. Seen that come up on my screen there. on the old Bet 365 app. Don't bet if you can't afford it. I haven't got a link for the game, bruv. The game is free. It's one of those free televised games on Sky. So if you've got Sky, you'll get it for free. If you're sitting there thinking, I haven't got the game, it's on Sky, it is free, even if you haven't got Sky. United have got the ball in the defensive area, 56 minutes on the clock. I'd imagine there's going to be a few subs in about 5 minutes' time. Marcus Rashford has been very, very quiet in this half, as has Anthony Martial. A lot of our players come through Bruno, Pogba, Mason Greenwood in this half. In the first half, a lot of it was through Rashford and Martial. Rashford could have had 2 goals. Martial did have 2 goals. Arian, thank you for joining in, mate. I haven't got no issues with fans of other clubs getting involved. Obviously, I love a little bit of banter. I'll take the piss, you take the piss, but don't be trolling everyone in the comments, and don't be, and it's all love. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Vanessa Nicole, thank you for joining us. Miguel Fernandez says United are making it look easy. Ramesa says impressed with Greenwood's defensive abilities today. And Mason's gone close recently. Shame that hit Paul Pogba's heels. Rashford's got the ball. He's giving it in to Martial, whose first touch wasn't great, but it went straight through to Bruno. Bruno's lost the ball and it nearly went through to Mason. But Sheffield United do clear their lines. Harry Maguire wins the header, gives it to Luke Shaw, who retains possession, brings it in field to the middle of the park, standing on the edge of the centre circle, gives it to Pogba. Pogba beats one man. Cheeky flick to Anthony Martial, who turns his man's strength with his back, gets the ball out to Rashford. Rashford's cross blocked, and it's a corner. Rashford nearly found Anthony Martial. That was a good move there. Good play by Pogba and Rashford to work it and get the chance across for Martial. It was cleared though by the defence, and it is another Manchester United corner to come. Remember, most goals came for Manchester United from Anthony Martial. 2-0 up at the moment. The assist from Marcus Rashford, and of course from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Marcus Rashford could have and should have scored maybe twice, but definitely once didn't, which was a shame. Fingers crossed we can improve as the game goes on right now. I keep thinking it's later than it is in England anyway. This game was an earlier kickoff. Anches thinks Ollie will sub Martial off just as Rashford wins a free kick on the halfway through the 58th minute or the 59th minute. Go on, Rashi. Go on, Rashi. Play Martial. Matic. Marshall. Standing on the left. Rashford's gone in central alongside. Mason's very, very central at the moment, so there's no one on the right wing. That's maybe a problem when you play a striker there. You used to see it with Martial, he drift out of position a lot. I think Martial is obviously a lot more suited to the wider positions, but Mason's dropping deep now. He's one of those players, isn't he? He's always going to want to get involved. Martial's on 18 goals for the season. Now Ramesa says one behind Marcus Rashford, who is our top goal scorer on 19 goals. Pogba, Rashford, Matic, Lindelof. Matic has played well and Lindelof played well today. Oh, Pogba didn't even touch the ball, but he took 2 players out of the pitch and then proceeded to turn and give the ball across to Luke Shaw. And then he flicks it ball through to Bruno Fernandes, who's in the box. Oh, nearly got brought down, kept the ball. If he went down, there's probably a penalty. Shame we couldn't work anything from that. It was fantastic, but the refs got in the way of Pogba's pass, and he'll now do a drop ball. 60 minutes exactly on the clock. Thank you for tuning in, every single body for tuning in. I know we've only on been around 100, 200 as the game's gone on, but throughout the day there's been around 10,000 people that have watched and tuned in. So thank you very much, and we've had lots of new subscribers as well, so I appreciate you all. Also, the stream hasn't fucked up yet. We've got the charger in, we've got the fan on the Mac, we're all good. He'll hit 20 plus easy. At the start of the season I said Martial needed to get 25, Rashford needed to get 25. Now, obviously, when Rashford got his injury during the season, it wasn't likely that was going to happen. But now he's on 19 with a lot of games to go. He could possibly get close to that. Oh, and he's just as I said that, he's flicked the back heel through to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw found Martial. Martial tried to turn, but they lost. Oh! Rashford's back heel to Martial was to Shaw was ridiculous. Martial lost the ball. Pogba megged whoever number 32 is. Was on a great run. He'd lost the ball under his feet, to be fair. And Martial took the... I can see why Martial shot it. He probably should have left it for Pogba. Martial's on a hat-trick. He wants it. He saw the ball come there. Pogba saying, give it the old puta. He's smiling now, but he's frustrated at that. His trickery, the megs, the turn, the flick was fantastic. But then the ball got stuck under his feet. Now for me, Pogba normally gets out of that and he'll get past the player and get the ball. But Martial saw that as, alright, you've lost the ball. I'm going to have a shot. Shot it over the bar. It was annoying. I know Pogba's annoyed. I know Martial's probably angry with himself for hitting it over. He's on a hat-trick. What do you expect? The flick from Rashford to get Shaw in was fantastic as well. Rashford's all-round play has been there today. It's been his finishing. His finishing will come. Played Martial, working the defender. Has he won a corner? He has won a corner. My number 9. Come on, Tony. Pogba leaving man for dead and the fees with all the flame emojis. Pogba's too good, says Venkatesh. Regatali says, I think they got in the way of each other. Sexy stuff, says Sage. Anshes, AO, Shaw's looking good today, and I have to give Shaw credit as well. He does look good today. To be fair, we've had a lot of possession going forward. He whips the ball in. Harry Maguire! He might have been offside, but he's headed it over anyway, as he came onto the header on the back post and attacked the ball. Unlucky. Still 2-0 Man United. 63 minutes and 12 seconds, 13 seconds on the clock. What are the scores elsewhere? As there's a few substitutions going on right now in this game. Everton are winning 1-0. Wolves are winning 1-0. Inter are winning 2-1. You know what's great? I think Martial's done well today. Bruno's been very good. Pogba's looked... Bruno rid that tackle well. Pogba's looked good. But what's impressed me is Matic. You're not going to say he's man of the match contender or nothing, but he's played very well. Lindelof the same. Luke Shaw the same. Mason Greenwood the same. Rashford bar is finishing the same. And you look at that and you think, that's what you want from Manchester United. 6, 7, 8 out of 10 performances that just go under the radar because one of the players stole the headlines. Today it will be Anthony Martial, but the team is functioning as a team. And look, this is a Sheffield United team that are lacking in confidence. They probably feel like they're safe. The rest of this campaign's a bonus. They probably switched off. It's difficult for them. I understand. They've had a difficult week and they've got a thin squad and they're missing Dean Henderson, Johnny Egan, etc. But, you know, we're going to face better teams, yes. But also, this is a team that's done very well this season. We drew 3-3 with earlier in the campaign. And it just feels like a very good, accomplished performance. The kind of performance you took granted for under Sir Alex Ferguson. You'd win 2-0, Ronaldo would get 2, Rooney would get 2, or someone like that. And it's just, you don't remember it. But it was there and it happened and it was a good result. And those are the ones that we have to get through a lot more. Like, there's some games, like, if you've seen the Twitter poll, thread that I did, I was adding loads of games to this thing. And when I was going through pictures that I was finding from matches, I had almost forgot we had gone to them games because they weren't games like, you know, 4-3 City, 7-1, or, you know, them classic games. Bruno's won a free kick, another one. They weren't those classic games, but they were important games, and they were winning games. And you almost forget about them, but they are what make your season almost. Because yes, you can have great games against City and Liverpool and Chelsea and all that, but those aren't, you know, those aren't every single game. Who scored for Wolves, says Daniel. Sorry, mate, I'm not sure, but I'll check for you right now. Jimenez, of course, Jimenez scored. Now, obviously, his betting's bad, so don't do it. But in my bet, I got United -1, Wolves -1, Everton, and Inter Milan -1. So at the moment, I need an Inter goal and a Wolverhampton goal. Inter have got half an hour, second half, and Wolves have got 25 minutes to get a goal. United need to not concede, as do Everton. The Blur says Luke Shaw is getting blasted on Stretford Paddock. What for, today or the other day? He didn't play well the other day, so I understand. But if it's today, I don't understand, because I think he's done reasonably well with what he has to do. You'd probably say he needs to go forward more a little bit, but he has done what he's had to do, go forward more, I think, already. I think Marcus Rashford maybe could have done more in terms of delivering from that side of the field. I don't think Luke Shaw's been... I'm not saying Rashford's been the problem, but I don't think Luke Shaw's been a problem today. How you doing, Salonas? He's saying Maguire really sloppy when getting up for corners. I feel like Maguire, when we attack corners, he should score more. He's always getting his head on the ball, as Mason gives a foul away on the halfway line. He always gets his head on the ball. He just doesn't fucking score. It's a problem. He needs to take them more. Ramesa thinks we need that third goal. The last thing you need is Sheffield scoring and United needing to get back into the game. It would be difficult, wouldn't it? So fingers crossed they can do that. As Newcastle take the lead against Aston Villa. Stevie Bruce's Newcastle doing fantastically well at the moment. They're on 41 points. They've just moved ahead of Arsenal in the league, who sit in 12th. Obviously got a game in hand on those ahead of them. But Newcastle just scored against Aston Villa. Dwight Gale with the goal. The rest of the scores remain the same. Man United 2, Sheffield United 0. 69 minutes in. 70th minute in the Newcastle game, 1-0 to Newcastle. Norwich, Everton is 0-1. Everton winning that game. And then you've got Wolves, which is 1-0 against Bournemouth. I forgot to record this shit. Ramesh is still sticking to her 4-0 that she did bring at half time. To be fair, she had 3-0 I think before the game. Martial, Joshua wants a Martial hat-trick. We need to improve from set pieces as Arjun. Do you mean attacking or defending or both? Let me know. Have you noticed I got a new chair now? It's a bit more comfortable on the old butt. But it's like driving, like, you know when you drive for too long, your arse starts to hurt, doesn't it? Shaw seems reluctant to take his man on the outside and get a cross in. Always comes inside, says Amen, giggity. And yeah, I do hear what you're saying. Martial wide here on the right hand side, kept the ball, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, got the ball to Matic, who's got the ball to Rashford, who's got Shaw on the overlap. Now Shaw needs to burst. Just burst, bruv. I think we will see some subs soon. We've seen no subs as of yet. 70 minutes on the clock, which is, it's probably a hint that, you know, we're going to make a fair few changes against Norwich, which I don't mind. I think we can do that. Played. Go on, Mace! Oh! Mace there picked up the ball from Luke Shaw. give and go with Rashford. Miles wide in the end, but it was a good move. It was a good move indeed. Apologies, got distracted by your comments. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at AdamMcKola, Instagram at AdamMcKola, Facebook AdamMcKola as well. I don't use Facebook as much, but I'm going to try and get more on that as well. And of course, you've got us here as Sheffield swing the corner in. They nearly keep it in. It's gone out for a goal kick, I believe. 2-0 to Manchester United. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Ramesa wants Williams for sure. Anybody else agree with that? I wanted Williams to start today, but Luke Shaw actually hasn't been very... he's been pretty good. But I wouldn't mind seeing a few changes as well. Bailly, Williams, maybe McTominay, Fred in the midfield. A couple of those on would do, I think. Maybe Danny James as well. Be horrible for Sheffield United playing in this heat and then having to come on against Danny James. But I think as well, United will be keeping in mind they've got Norwich next in the FA Cup. We might ring the changes in that one, which wouldn't surprise me too much. Rashford. Oh! Aaron, you should have slipped Mason there, bruv. He made the run, he showed you the line, you didn't give it him, and you lost the ball almost. That's got to be better. If you're not going to beat the man, give it to someone that's making that run. Arjun thinks we need a third. Sats is buzzing with the win. I'm buzzing with the win as well. If you haven't liked this video, get hitting that like button. Get commenting, get sharing, get subscribing, get doing all that good stuff. Bruno, oh! Martial, Rashford, Martial, hat-trick! Oh! It's not offside! It's not offside! It's not offside! Yes! Fucking come on! Anthony Martial with the hat-trick. Fuck all you like that reading off Anthony Martial saying he shouldn't be starting this game. The boy has just got a hat-trick. Marcus Rashford with another assist. Anthony Martial with a cheeky dink. And it's a hat-trick. It's 19 goals. It's a that flick. Bruno, Martial, Rashford, Martial, goal. No offside. Fucking come on. Say something! Come on! Toe. That's a goal, bruv. I just want to fight someone. 75 minutes on the clock, by the way. 3-0 up. Manchester United 3. Sheffield United 0. Anthony Martial 3. Sheffield United 0. Come on. God damn! Is that his first hat-trick ever? Someone let me know. Someone let me know. First one since... First Premier League hat-trick since Van Persie? Don't. I know Zlatan got one for us since Fergie, so it's a lie to say it's the first hat-trick, but I think it might be
their first Premier League hat-trick since Fergie. Yo, Tony Marshall FC, I've just tweeted the link out. Come and celebrate with me. Come and celebrate with me. Martial 3, Sheffield United 0. Manchester United 3, Sheffield United 0. United closed that gap on Chelsea, but they do have a game in hand. That game in hand against City. We closed the gap to Leicester City as well. But 3-0 today. The performance has been magnificent. 76 minutes on the clock. No changes yet. Marcus Rashford 2 assists, Aaron Wan-Bissaka with the other, Anthony Martial with all 3 goals. Sheffield United have had their moments. Harry Maguire with a fantastic tackle just then as we enter the 76 minutes and 25 seconds. United are in full flow today. And you know what? We're not even fully match fit yet. We're not fully match fit yet. And we're putting in a performance like this. I am buzzing. It's the first career hat-trick for Martial. Thank you, Ramesa. First Premier League hat-trick since Sir Alex Ferguson, and it's the first Manchester United hat-trick since Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored against Saint Etienne in the Europa League. I am glad this stream did not die on us here today on AdamMcKola TV, because we have got to witness Anthony Martial's hat-trick together, guys. We've got to witness Anthony Martial's hat-trick together, guys. We are here together witnessing greatness, witnessing, I can't even fucking speak, Anthony Martial score United first hat-trick since Van Persie in the Premier League, and United's first hat-trick since Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored against Saint Etienne. Anthony Martial, Tony Marshall, he came from France. English press. I feel like spraying the fuck out of this. Guys, get that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know how you are feeling right now. We have got 5 changes coming on the 78th minute. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think, fancies the team that we are seeing right here. I have already seen Odion Igalo on the sideline, Scott McTominay, Juan Mata, Daniel James, and Andreas Pereira. So Igalo, Pereira, Daniel James, Scott McTominay, and Juan Mata will be coming on in any minute now. All 5 subs at once, even though you can make them in 3 sittings if you want. It seems like Ollie likes this team, and it seems like he may be, you know, taking into consideration we got FA Cup game next. We may be making a few changes, and happy days. Oh man, I'm buzzing. I just want them man. They used to tell me this guy needed to go. To come here now. Anthony Martial's going off for Odion Igalo. Paul Pogba is going off for Andreas Pereira. Marcus Rashford and Mason Greenwood are also going off as well. Mason Greenwood, Martial, Marcus Rashford, Paul Pogba, our front 4 are going off. All but seems Bruno Fernandes. Rashford off, Igalo on, Martial off, James on, Mata on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Igalo's on, James is on, McTominay's on, Mata's on, Pereira's on, Martial's off, Rashford's off, Pogba's off, Greenwood's off, and one more's off. Maybe Bruno Fernandes was that other guy. But Martial is scored a hat-trick. Igalo, McTominay, Pogba and Rashford. Martial, Fernandes and Greenwood off for Mata, Pereira and James. So those were the changes. Fernandes was the other one to go off. Oh my days. United, Martial's first hat-trick for United, and it won't be his last either. He's now level on 19 goals for the season with Marcus Rashford. Neither of them can now score because obviously they've both just gone off. Remember, we'll be having fan cams my review, all that good stuff coming after the game. I remember yesterday, I said arguably, Martial has been our player of the season, or up there with Rashford and Wan-Bissaka and all that, and I still fucking stand by it. He had a bad month in January. He had 2 months out with injury. Apart from that, he's been the nuts, and his goal record says that for you as well. And I'm not just saying that because of his hat-trick today. That's 19 goals in 36 games. 19 goals in 36 games, may I add. Pre-season weather, pre-season tactics. Ollie's on a high. Pre-season game stars at Steve as well. What a game for Marshall, says Max. Wouldn't mind a James goal, says Ramesa. Okay, Igalo with his right heel. As Sheffield have a shot, and he goes straight into the palms of David De Gea. And he's got about 8 minutes plus added time to keep this clean sheet intact. Remember, we will be live at 8:30. We'll be live with the live fan cams. My review will be going up at some point today as well. So make sure you're keeping it locked for that. Make sure you're back here on AdamMcKola TV. We've got so much more coming your way. But make sure you're keeping it locked here on AdamMcKola TV. Like, comment, share, subscribe, join if you can. We have hit 103 members on the channel now. So amazing stuff. Aston Villa have just scored what may be a crucial goal for them in the battle against relegation. An 84th minute goal has been scored by them. Who scored? I'm not too sure. Was it Jack Grealish? I don't know. But they now level on points. You've got Bournemouth, Villa, West Ham all level on 27 points. Watford are on 28 points with a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, it's basically 3 teams fighting out for 2 spots to go down, or fighting for 1 spot to stay up, rather. Let me make sense when I do speak about that. The difference of our squad depth right now, says Grant. Those that just came on were starting week in, week out, and it's bang on. Igalo's in the box. Have a shot. Oh! He nearly skinned the defender. It's a corner. I need a wee, but we'll be able to hold on for at least 10 minutes. So we'll be alright. What a game it has been today. At the moment, my prediction has gone of 2-0. But a few of you did predict 3-0. We're on for that. And some of you wanted 4-0 FC to return. And we could be on for that if United score in the next 10 minutes. Matt has got the ball. Matic has got the ball. Daniel James has got the ball. Brings it inside. Mata. Pereira. Mata. Igalo. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. Oh! Perfect ball by Wan-Bissaka. He's not been great going forward. I've complained about him a few times today. But what he has done going forward is he's created 2 world-class chances. One for Martial, which he scored, and one just now, which Igalo could have gotten but didn't. You know what I love as well? Some of you might not like it, but I'm looking at Martial and Rashford. And Martial's buzzing. Rashford's gutted. Now I love it. I love it. Look, they don't have a rivalry together. They don't. I'm not trying to suggest that. That's not what I'm trying to suggest right now. But what I am saying is, it reminds me of Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy would be pissed off if United won 4-0 and he didn't score. And that's what I'm seeing in Marcus Rashford now. I see that in Martial sometimes too. And I see that in Mason Greenwood. I want you to be pissed off if you don't score. Of course, in interviews, say the thing. The team won today. I don't care if I scored or not. You know, the main thing is United won. That's what you need to say in press. But deep down, you need to be gutted when you don't score, when you're one of them front 3, because you're going to get the chances. And Rashford had the chances to get a brace of his own today, and he didn't. So it's not like Martial's taking heat away from him, but it's that We can win, and these lot can still be frustrated at their own performance. They're not using United's win as an excuse for their performance or for their lack of finishing. Do you know what I'm trying to point at here? I'm really delighted to see that from Rashford. He's frustrated today, and he shouldn't be. He's got an assist, 2 assists. He's set up his mate twice. You know, he's done well today, apart from finish his dinner when he should have finished his dinner. Now that's frustrating for a striker or a winger. That's fine. But, yo, Martial's buzzing. And it's great to see that, because after the game on Friday, he would have been very, very disappointed. So, buzzing with that. You need that arrogance, says Ramesa. I agree. 2 assists though, so he should chill for today. I agree with that as well, Steve. Pereira will think it's a pre-season game. He'll do something in the next 10 minutes. Pre-season Pirlo's back at it again, is Andreas, as we go into the last 3.5 minutes of this game. United 3-0 up against Sheffield United. Look, I'd love another goal, but the main thing right now is if we can keep a clean sheet, I'd be even happier with that, because you know, Dave needs a clean sheet, and he hasn't really been tested much today, but whatever he has had to do, he's done well, and he's looking good. Are we going to get another goal? 3 minutes to go. Oh, mate. Reminds me of Ronaldo when he doesn't score. I love it. I love it. I love it. Play, Shaw, go on. Ball. You go. Where's your first touch, bruv? That should have been a goal, man. I think it was McTominay or Shaw that pinged the ball across. Igalo, bro. Maybe it was Luke Shaw. Good ball by Luke Shaw. Yeah, he should have been tucking that, you know. A little bit of sharpness. He's only got sub appearances recently. Hopefully he can start against Norwich and get a good performance in. He needs a goal. That's a shame. That's a shame. Pereira corner into the box. Cleared for another corner, I think. It's usually damn good, Ramesa, but it wasn't just then. It should have been better. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments. Remember, we've got a couple of minutes to go now. After the game, we will have my review. We will have live fan cams. We'll have loads more stuff coming your way. So make sure you're keeping it locked throughout the show as we keep this going. Plenty more stuff coming. We're into the 90th minute now. We'll find out how much added time is on very, very soon as we head into the last. This is the last minute. We're well into it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with the ball. You'll see me squirming for the last few minutes because these beers have flown through me, like I said, and I really, really, really need a wee. But we'll keep it going until then. Should have hit it first time, but he's getting into the right places. Says Steve, and that's always good. Taking the chances is your problem, and you're getting into the right places, making the chances. Then that can't be that bad, especially when it's your first. What is it? He didn't even get 10 minutes in the last game, did he? He might have done, but it's his first half an hour of football back. It's what you should expect, really. We are now 90 minutes exactly on the clock. How many have been added on? I don't know. I'm hoping it's 1 because I need a wee. But it is 3 minutes. It's always 3 minutes, isn't it? It's always 3 minutes. So, thank you to everyone that has joined us today. Jake, Anshesh, Steve, Niniko, Daniel, Arjun, Maxon, Venkatesh, Logan, Dish, Arden, Ramesa, Larone, Woo Fam, Regatar, Steve, Kush. Thank you, James, Gregory, everyone for joining us. We've got 2.5 minutes left to go. I want to have a sip of this, but I need to wait. Igalo's in, I think. 2 more minutes left on the clock. I'm hot now for the wrong reasons. Jay Reedy says, shows how far we have come under Ollie that I am gutted we haven't scored more. Shout out to the guy who said hat-trick. Martial says, Manny, who was that? Shout out to them. We've got 1 minute and 50 seconds left as I begin to squirm in my seat. I'm getting ready to leg it to the toilet as well, because that needs to happen. Mata, can we get a goal before then? Can we get a goal before I piss myself? That is the game right now. Squirming lads and ladies, sorry. Oh, Danny James nearly got it off Mata. He's won it back, Danny has. It was Reedy who predicted a hat-trick. Pereira, ball, Mata. Oh, offside Mata was anyway. As we are into the last minute. 91:55 on the clock. We have got Martial still smiling. And he's the man of the match today. He's my man of the match as well. He was amazing today. Fair play to Anthony Martial. Fair play to the rest of the team for doing really well when they, were involved in the game. From back to front, David De Gea clean sheet, didn't have much to do. Wan-Bissaka got an assist. Made another chance for Igalo that he probably could have scored, didn't. Luke Shaw impressed today. Lindelof impressed today. Harry Maguire impressed today after not covering themselves in glory against Spurs. I thought Matic was excellent, dropping into that back three at times. And of course helping out the midfield. Pogba looked good at times. Clearly still got some way to go till he's at full match fitness. But looking good. Bruno all over the park, working hard every single minute. Martial, hat-trick, what else can you say? Took his chances well, worked hard for the team, flying into challenges. Rashford was excellent apart from his finishing. And on the other side, you had Mason Greenwood, who had a good game today as well. We're into the last 5 seconds. It looks like the ref is now going to blow his whistle, to my delight. And Manchester United have beaten Sheffield United 3-0. Anthony Martial has scored a hat-trick. His first hat-trick for Manchester United. United's first hat-trick since Robin van Persie scored against Aston Villa, that hat-trick, of course. And United's first since Zlatan against San Etienne. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back later with live fan cams and, of course, my review. Until then, I'm AdamMcKola. I'm about to piss myself. I'm out of here.